Hello and welcome to my video on how to add files to InFiles. InFiles is our document management system, and we have the program installed on our terminal server. So you are able to access the terminal server from anywhere. And so if you can get into the terminal server, you can go ahead and use InFiles as you normally would when you're in the office. However, there's times when you may need to access something in InFiles, or you don't have terminal server access, but you need InFiles. So this video will show you how to log in to InFiles via a web browser. So we have a web address that will take you into the InFiles server, and you're going to type that into any web browser that you want. It should work in Find an Internet Explorer, or Safari, or any web browser that you use. My preference is Google Chrome, and so that's what I'm going to show you in. So if you're ever having any kind of problems or troubles, please close the internet browser you're in and try it in Google Chrome, because that is the one that it's used for testing the most, and the one that they make sure that it works with. So, so open up your web browser, and you're going to want to open a new tab, and you're going to type in the web address. And you might want to save it as a favorite because it's a bit long and tedious to type every time. But the first time we'll type it in so you can see what it is. So you're going to type HTTP and then a colon and slash, and so make sure you get these slashes the right direction. And then it's Yardi, YARDI, dash server, SERVER, dot, Danco, DANCO, hyphen group.com, and then slash m-files. So once you get that typed in, go ahead and hit enter, and it will take you to the InFiles login page. So at this point is probably where you're going to want to hit your favorites. So you go ahead and bookmark this page, name it what you want, and click done. I already have it bookmarked somewhere probably. I guess not, so we'll just go ahead and bookmark it, and done. And so now I can go and right here and pick up, it will take me right to the InFiles page. So you're going to log in. You should get your username and passwords. I'm going to log in right now as administrator. And my password. Hit login. So when you first come up, it's gonna ask you to select your vault. And the vault is, we just have different vaults. We basically have two that we work out of, the Danco vault and the Western Living vault. So choose the one that's appropriate to you. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to do the Danco vault. And if you don't have access to one vault or the other, then it won't show up for you as an option to pick. So just keep that in mind. It might look a little different. And then now we are logged into InFiles, and it looks very, very similar to the desktop version. It's just in a web browser. I'm also going to have a lot more views than you probably will. I'm logged in as administrator, as I said, so I'm going to have everything. But you'll see in here, you'll have your personal views that only you have access to. And then there's the common views, which you'll have access to many of these, but not all of these. But the all documents one, everybody has access to, and that has everything available to you in the system. So I'm just going to go through that briefly. If you click on all documents, it's going to give you a list of class groups. So when you are adding a document, a new document, you're going to see these choices as class groups. And then within each class group, there is a class. So for example, let's go to IT. We have information technologies or group, and then I have these classes within my group. Budgets, cell phones, contracts, faxes, how-tos, everything in here. And then if I click on, one of these, it will take me into more options. So when I have a how-to, I tag it with what it's for. So then I have folders for that. Once you get deep enough, once you pick your class and class group, let's look at our contracts. Then it just gives you a list of all the contracts. So, so that's how you find any documents in files. I'm going to click on Danco to take me back to the home page. You can also search. So anything you're looking for. So how to phones. You can go ahead and search, and it will pop up with a list of anything that is has how to and phones in it. There's our cell phone policy. So you could search and stuff. The more specific, the better. But it does go off of your class and class group. And if you aren't sure what those are, you will in a minute. So I'm going to go back to the Danco main page and show you how to upload a file. So when you add a file, that is when you choose the class and class group when adding a file. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on New up here, and you're going to say Document Upload right here. So it's a document, and in parentheses it says Upload. So when you click on that, it's going to ask you to select a file. So you'll just click Select File. It'll bring up the file picker menu. And you can just go ahead and pick your file. I'm just going to pick something and hit Open. And you'll see here's the file that you want to upload. So you go ahead and hit OK. And then it's going to open up the document card. So this is the document metadata card. This is where it asks you a bit of information about what you are saving into InFiles so that it can put it in the appropriate place. And there's other things that we can do as far as workflows and the way you see documents and stuff. So we'll get into that later. But in order to add them, you're going to need to be able to select a class. So this is where that class and class group comes into play. So when you save something, these are all of our class groups. And within each one, if you pull down the arrow, these are our classes. So whenever you save something and you know, well, I saved that in IT how-tos, you'll know where you can go find it in that all documents folder right here. So I've selected my class in my right here for how-tos. I'm gonna go ahead and name it. I'm just gonna put this as test so I can know to delete later. And then depending on what class you pick, there's going to be more options that pop up down here. I have subject, and this is, as we saw earlier, this is where I can choose. So I had facts, I think, before, and InFiles, Dynamics SL. So whatever it is for, then I just go ahead and select the subject. And then there's everything has additional notes. So if you have any other words you want to tag it with, you know, perhaps it's a communication list or something, and so you want to, you know, put in communication list. But you also might want to put in phone numbers. So the additional notes is where you put what other people may search for it by. So communication list is a pretty common name, but a lot of people are going to search for something like a phone number list or a number list or something you know, that they would think of. So this is where you put any of those tags should you want. I'm going to go ahead and delete these two, and I'm going to show you how the options down here change depending on what class you pick. So this was an IT how-tos. However, if we go up to construction and add construction form, when I exit out of here, then all of my options change. So now it's asking me the type of construction document. And so you would go through and fill out each one of these options if it's applicable. So once you have everything filled out how you want it, you're going to go ahead and just click create, and that's going to upload the file. One thing to make sure or to test before you log out is you have an option down here called file transfers. If you click on that, it's going to show you your file uploads, and you do not want to log out until these are complete. So I'm on site here. It's going to be pretty fast. It was a pretty small file, but the larger files you have, the longer it's going to take. And so you'll just want to let it go for the minute or two it takes to upload it. So once those are uploaded, you're good to go ahead and close, or you can log out by going over here and selecting log out. So that concludes how to save stuff into M-Files. If you have any questions about where to save it, you're going to want to ask your supervisor, or, really, as long as you know where it's saved, we can probably really look it up anyway. So just, you can always go and make sure that it's saved by going into all documents and selecting from your class group in your classes, where it is, and you'll be able to find it. If you have any questions, please give me a call, and thank you for watching. Bye.